As the mist enveloped them like a cool embrace, Ravi, Lila, and Tara approached the thundering waterfall. The sound of cascading water drowned out their footsteps, but the ominous growl grew louder with each step. "Stay close," Ravi whispered, his grip tightening on the hammer that had seen him through many adventures. Lila unrolled an ancient map, its edges frayed and stained with age, revealing the secret of a hidden cave behind the falls. "The legends speak of the Rakshasa," she murmured, her eyes scanning the faded ink. "Once a guardian of these waters, now corrupted by the greed of men." With cautious steps, they slipped behind the curtain of water, entering a cavern that seemed to breathe with an otherworldly life. Bioluminescent fungi clung to the walls, casting an eerie glow that danced across the glistening rocks. The air was thick with the scent of earth and decay, a reminder of the ancient secrets buried within these stone walls. Tara's keen herbalist eyes widened at the sight of rare plants clinging to life in this hidden world. "Look!" she breathed, plucking a few glowing mushrooms from a crevice. "These could cure the worst of fevers. This place is truly a blessing and a curse." Their wonder was short-lived as the growl materialized into a shadowy figure before them. Not yet the demon they sought, but a spectral guardian, its form shifting like smoke in the dim light. "Who dares enter the realm of the deep?" it intoned, its voice echoing like thunder through the cavern. The trio stood their ground, recognizing this as a test, a projection of the cave's ancient magic. Before them appeared a series of stone pedestals, each bearing a symbol: fish, wave, drought. The Guardian's challenge rang clear. Arrange the cycle of life, or be washed away. Ravi stepped forward, his strength proving useful as he moved the heavy stone pieces. "Fish and water, water and drought, drought to fish," he suggested, arranging the symbols. Lila shook her head, her quick mind racing. "No, the cycle is more complex. It's wave for flow, fish for life, drought for death, and then wave again to begin." As she spoke, Ravi adjusted the pedestals, and a soft glow emanated from the stones. With a grinding sound, a hidden door swung open, revealing a deeper chamber within the cave. The trio ventured forth, their footsteps echoing in the cavernous space. The walls of this new chamber were adorned with intricate murals, telling the story of the river's long and troubled history. The paintings depicted the Rakshasa in its original form, a benevolent spirit, guardian of the waters and bringer of life to the land. But as their eyes traced the story, they saw the turning point. A greedy king, his face twisted with avarice, damming the river to mine for gold. The next panel showed the Rakshasa's fury, its form twisted into the demon they now sought, cursing the land and demanding sacrifices to quell its rage. Tara's brow furrowed as she studied the mural. "This reminds me of Vikram," she said softly, recalling the village elders' mining operations from their previous adventures. Could his actions have awakened the demon anew? The question hung heavy in the air, a new layer added to their quest. As if in response to their discovery, the cavern walls seemed to shimmer, and suddenly they found themselves transported into visions of the past. They saw a younger Vikram, his eyes gleaming with excitement as he uncovered a vein of gold in the hills above the village. In secret, he dug deeper, heedless of the damage he was causing to the delicate balance of the river's flow. The visions faded, leaving the trio in stunned silence. Was Vikram the true villain all along? Ravi wondered aloud, his voice tinged with disbelief. Lila shook her head, her expression thoughtful. It's not that simple. Greed can blind even the best of us to the consequences of our actions. Their debate was cut short as the ground beneath their feet began to tremble. Water seeped through cracks in the stone, quickly rising around their ankles. "We need to move," Tara shouted, already scanning the walls for an escape route. They spotted a series of levers set into the far wall, each marked with different symbols. "It's another puzzle?" Lila realized, her mind racing. "Pull the ones with water symbols!" She called out over the rush of the rising flood. Ravi sprang into action, his powerful arms straining against the ancient mechanisms. Tara's quick thinking saved them more than once, her knowledge of herbs allowing her to identify a slippery algae growing on the lever handles. Using leaves from her pouch, she provided grip where there was none. Working together, they managed to activate the correct sequence, and with a mighty roar, the water drained away through hidden channels in the floor. Soaked to the bone but alive, the trio collapsed onto a ledge, their hearts pounding from the close call. As their breathing slowed, a bond seemed to form between them, forged in the face of danger. Night fell in the cave, the bioluminescent fungi providing a soft, otherworldly glow. They made camp on the ledge, sharing what meager rations they had brought. As they sat around the small fire, stories began to flow as freely as the river that had nearly claimed them. Lila, her usual wits subdued, spoke of the river gods in Telugu folklore, tales passed down through generations in her family. They say the rivers are the lifeblood of the earth, she murmured, her eyes distant. To anger them is to invite disaster upon all living things. Ravi, usually so full of bravado, revealed a softer side as he spoke of his fears. I've always acted tough, he admitted, staring into the flames. But in truth, I fear failing those who depend on me. This quest, ... It's more than just an adventure. It's a chance to prove myself worthy of the trust placed in me. Tara, her hands busy, preparing a poultice from the herbs she'd gathered, confessed her own doubts. Sometimes I wonder if my skills are enough, she said softly. There's so much suffering in the world, and I can only do so much to ease it. As they shared their stories, the true nature of each character began to unfold. Lila's quick wit and sharp tongue, they realized, often masked a deep-seated insecurity about her place in the world. Ravi's boisterous nature and feats of strength were a shield, protecting a heart heavy with the guilt of past mistakes. And Tara's endless kindness, her drive to heal and nurture, stemmed from a profound loss in her past, a wound she sought to close by helping others. Their conversation was interrupted by a glint of metal catching the firelight. Tucked away in a crevice, they discovered a battered journal, its pages filled with the scrawled notes of a long-dead explorer. As they pored over the faded ink, a crucial piece of information emerged. A hint at the demon's weakness, a song of unity. Lila read aloud, her voice filled with excitement. It says here that when voices join in harmony, the Rakshasa's power wanes. We must learn it, Tara said firmly, her eyes shining with newfound hope. This could be the key to saving our village, to restoring balance to the river. As they began to decipher the ancient notation in the journal, a low growl echoed through the cavern, closer now than ever before. The trio exchanged glances, a mix of determination and fear in their eyes. They knew that with each step deeper into the cave, they were unraveling the river's secrets, layer by layer. With the first light of dawn filtering through cracks in the cavern ceiling, they packed up their makeshift camp, the journal tucked safely in Lila's pack. They set off once more into the depths of the cave. The growl of the Rakshasa grew louder, a constant reminder of the danger that awaited them. But now, armed with knowledge and united in purpose, they felt a glimmer of hope. The river's secret was within their grasp, and with it, the power to save their home and perhaps redeem a corrupted guardian. As they ventured deeper, the cave seemed to come alive around them, whispers of ancient magic echoing in the shadows. The true test lay ahead. But together, they were ready to face whatever challenges the river demon might throw their way.